What up, what up, what up, though, beautiful people? Your boy JB Ricks, a.k.a. The Ricks Review, in the building for another special Thanksgiving edition of the Ricks Review podcast. And you see what it is. I got the junior intern with me to give you guys this love. What's up, junior intern?
What's up? I just want to say happy Thanksgiving. And what's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving to you all. You know it's a busy, busy time for us. Myself and Junior wanted to take a break from our Thanksgiving shopping as we get ready for the big holiday to hit y'all with this wonderful content we got going on, because one of the main reasons why Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, not one of the reasons, three of the reasons: food, family, and football. But the main reason, football, man. We got a huge slate of games going on Thursday. We want to go through all of them and give you this special put on a show edition and let you know which players, which teams, which defenses need to put on a show for us while we are eating our turkey, our ham, our macaroni and cheese on Thursday. It's going to be a glorious day, so we didn't have no choice. We had to put a pause on our Thanksgiving shopping to come and give y'all this heat. But before we get to the Thanksgiving Day slate of the games that are taking place on Thursday, we got to address a huge win for the Lions that took place this past weekend against the New York Giants. Overtime victory, and they were led by one of the best running backs in the NFL, Mr. Jahmyr Gibbs. Junior, let's go ahead and hit our viewers with the stats that he put on display against the Giants on Sunday.
I just want to say Jahmyr Gibbs is a good one. 15 rushes, 219 yards, 11 catches, 45 yards, and 3 total touchdowns.
3 total touchdowns and the game-winning touchdown in overtime. Jahmyr Gibbs proving why he is one of the best running backs in the NFL. And if you're asking us, even though we're a little biased because we are Lions, we are Lions fans, we will say that we believe Jahmyr Gibbs is the best NFL running back in the league right now. So what did he do against the Giants to prove that, Junior?
Man, Jahmyr Gibbs put on a show.
He put on a show with that memorable performance that nobody's ever going to forget, and hopefully he can carry that momentum into the Thanksgiving Day slate that is taking place on Thursday. So let's go ahead and get right into it with the slate that we have going on with the 3 football games and a bonus college basketball game. So we'll get to that later too. But let's go ahead and start. Let's call it what it is, folks. It's the biggest game of the year for the Lions as they go up against the Packers. Packers at high noon. Battle for first place is kind of in the mix with the Bears being up there at 8-3. The Packers having a half-game lead against us right now in the NFC North standings. And plus, we got to get some revenge, man, for that season-opening defeat that they gave us back in September. So the Lions know they're coming into this game with a 7-4 record. The Packers are 7-3-1, and the Bears are 8-3. Now, here's the deal with the Lions going into this game. Even though we know this is the biggest game of the year, they did not do very well when it comes to defense against the Giants. They gave up more than 500 yards against the Giants. I believe it was 517 yards to be exact. That was an absolute horrible performance by the Lions defense, which put us in a position where we had to win that game in overtime, and Jahmyr Gibbs had to have the game of his life in order for us to have that victory. So things are looking a little bit shaky when it comes to the defensive side of the ball for the Lions, and it needs to be cleared up as soon as possible because the December schedule is here. This is the home stretch of the NFL schedule. This is where you separate the men from the boys when it comes to contending for a Super Bowl championship. So right now, the Lions got to fix what's going on defense. So I'm calling out the head coach, Dan Campbell, and his defensive coordinator, Calvin Shepard. We got to get it together, especially in this game on Thursday against our arch rival, the Packers. Revenge is on our mind. First place in the division is on our mind. And as of right now, we are on the outside looking in of the playoff picture if the regular season ended today. So yes, there's no question. This is the biggest game of the season. It's Thanksgiving. It's at home. It's at Ford Field. It's in front of our home crowd. We are the defending NFC North champs, so we got some work to do, especially on the defensive end with that horrible performance that we had this past weekend against the Giants. So Dan Campbell, and Calvin Shepard. Junior, what do we need them to do on Thursday?
They need to put on a show on Thursday.
Put on a show on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, right before we go ahead and put our meals together. I want to go into my meal with a very great mood, and the only way that can be done is if the Lions take care of business and have a much better performance on the defensive side of the ball. So, one more time, Junior, Dan Campbell and Calvin Shepard, what do they need to do on Thursday?
They need to put on a show on Thanksgiving Day, a.k.a. Thursday.
There you go, a.k.a. Thursday. Put on a show in that game. That's going to be the first of the 3 games. And the second game, man, this one is definitely going to be huge as well when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are coming off a monumental comeback victory over the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles this past Sunday as well. So they're coming in with momentum. They've won 2 in a row. Kansas City, the dynasty that they have been during the last 5 to 6 years, during this last decade, they have been the team to beat. They have been the team year in and year out, showing up in the AFC Championship game, in the Super Bowl. They've got 3 Super Bowls during this run that they've had. Right now, it is in jeopardy because they are also on the outside looking in when it comes to the NFL playoff picture, and they just had a huge win against the Colts, which basically saved their season. But guess what, folks? Like I said, this is December. This is the home stretch of the NFL season, and these are the most important games of the season, of the year. So there you go, Kansas City. You just did it. You took care of business against the Colts this past Sunday to keep your season alive. Now you got to do it again against a streaking Dallas Cowboys offense that is definitely getting the job done. They have weapons all over that side of the ball when it comes to George Pickens, when it comes to CeeDee Lamb, when he doesn't have a case of the dropsies. And then you got Javonte Williams. Oh, man, I've been watching this kid for a while. Coming from North Carolina, I knew he was going to be a stud. I know he went through some adversity with some injuries while he was in Denver, but now he is thriving in Dallas in that offense. They've got weapons all over the place on that offensive side of the ball for the Cowboys, and that momentum is starting clicking, and their defense is playing well too. So Kansas City, if you want to keep your dynasty alive for the 2025 season, you might need to pull off another must-win victory. And when it comes to the Ricks boys, we don't mind enjoying our Thanksgiving meal while watching the Cowboys take one on the chin. So we are calling out the Chiefs defense to put a stop to the momentum that the Dallas Cowboys offense has going right now, especially after that win against the Philadelphia Eagles this past Sunday. A crazy comeback victory if you didn't see it. Down 21-0, came back and won the game in the end off of a game-winning field goal. Now they've got momentum. Now they're playing for their playoff lives, and so are the Chiefs. But we need the Chiefs to try to keep their dynasty alive by having their defense put an end to the Cowboys' offensive momentum. So, Junior, what do the Chiefs defense need to do on Thanksgiving Day?
The Chiefs defense, I suggest you put on a show.
Put on a show. Y'all better put on a show. You heard what he said. Put on a show for the Thanksgiving meal. Put on a show for the families that will be watching all over the country when it comes to this game of 2 teams who are fighting for their playoff lives. Storylines galore in this game. Chiefs defense, though, we need to see y'all put on a show. And then you got the nightcap. Now, I got some selfish reasons that I'm going to go ahead and go into detail when it comes to this particular game, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Baltimore going up against Cincinnati, and you better believe it, folks, Joe Burrow is back in the building. He will be in the starting lineup for the Bengals. He is one of the most talented quarterbacks on this planet. He's been dealing with some injuries lately, but he is coming back to play. And I promise you this right now, Lamar Jackson, who I thought should have been the MVP last year over Josh Allen, you are having a rough year. It's clear as day. He's not 100%. Lamar Jackson is clearly not 100% because we are not seeing the L Boogie that we have all become accustomed to over the past few years. He's not playing at 100%, but he's not going to have a choice but to go all out Thursday night against the Bengals, because one thing the Bengals can do is score. And one thing Joe Burrow can do is throw those tutties to Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. They're going to be slinging it. So Lamar Jackson, you better find a way to sling it as well, man. I hope you can come in healthy as possible to come in and put on a show, because I guarantee you this right now, Joe Burrow is going to do his end of the bargain. So we're going to need you to do the same on your end of the bargain when it comes to putting on a show on Thursday night in the nightcap. So, Junior, Joe Burrow, and L Boogie Lamar Jackson. What do they need to do Thursday night?
They need to put on a show.
Put on a show. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. It's going to be the nightcap of a day full of amazing football, and I want to see the entertainment of these two quarterbacks who I think to be are at the top of the league when it comes to talented quarterbacks in this game. Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson put on a show for us on Thursday night. Now, last but not least, those are the 3 football games that are going on Thursday, but sandwiched in between all of that is a mammoth college basketball game involving our Spartan Dogs. Michigan State, number 11 in the country, taking on North Carolina, number 16 in the country. Obviously, I have ties with both of these programs, being a Spartan Dog myself, and the time I spent down in North Carolina covering the Tar Heels, some of the most amazing years, amazing moments of my life covering those games at Dean Smith Center. These two teams are going to clash in the Fort Myers tip-off, I believe at 4:30. So it's going to be going on at the same time as the Kansas City-Dallas game. So you better have your multi-view working because this is going to be a phenomenal game as well. Michigan State taking on UNC. Both teams coming in undefeated, and they both have 2 very talented freshmen. Michigan State, Cam Ward, UNC, Caleb Wilson. I believe these 2 freshmen are 2 of the best in the league right now, in the country right now, and they are going to have the Thanksgiving slate. They are going to have the Thanksgiving table. They are going to have the main dish at their disposal when they play at 4:30 against each other as undefeated teams in the Fort Myers tip-off. So when it comes to this game, I know we're going to get a great game from both of these programs. But I want to see the freshmen, Caleb Wilson and Cam Ward, put on display what you guys can do for the entire country and what we need to be expecting out of you as the college basketball season rolls on. So, Junior, when it comes to Cam Ward of Michigan State and it comes to Caleb Wilson of North Carolina, what do they need to do on Thanksgiving Day?
They need to put on a show.
Put on a show. Cam Ward, Caleb Wilson, 2 diaper dandies. Shout out to Dick Vitale. Get it going heads up on Thursday. Give us something to cheer about while we're enjoying our Thanksgiving meal. Put on a show. Cam Ward and Caleb Wilson in the Michigan State versus North Carolina game, man. It's going to be a fun Thanksgiving day and night from beginning to end. It is definitely my most favorite holiday for those reasons of food, family, and football, and just overall sports. Getting to spend it with my junior intern over here and having some good grub at the same time and watching these games, man. It is the time of my life. Junior loves this time as well. So, folks, there it is. Like we said, a special edition of the Rick's Review Podcast, a Thanksgiving put on a show edition at that. We got to go ahead and get back out here and get back on the grind for the Thanksgiving shopping. But, Junior, before we go ahead and do that and shut this thing down, you go ahead and land this plane.
I'm going to land the plane, and I'm going to shut this down. So I just want to say like, subscribe, share. Go on to Instagram, Rick's Review, Facebook, Rick's Review, and I also got a special quiz for you. So, in the comments, I want you to guess my age. And whoever wins is going to get a $20 gift card, which is from the Rick's Review crew.
From the Rick's Review crew. Wow, so you're going to put a challenge out there to our viewers. They need to guess your age in the comments. Yep. So not only do they need to like and subscribe, but they need to click this link to go to this podcast. And in the comments, we want you to guess Junior's age, that you want them to guess your age, right?
Yep.
And the first person to guess his age correctly will get a $20 Christmas gift card from the Rick's Review crew. So, you heard it, folks. Like, share, subscribe. Food Folks Fun is where you can find our podcast every week on the YouTube channel there at Rick's Review. I'm on Instagram where you can stay up to date with what other postings and what other content we'll be able to hit you with. It's your boy, JB Ricks, the Rick's Review, coming in here with the junior intern, and we just want to wish everybody here a happy Thanksgiving and let you know to enjoy the grub, enjoy the food, enjoy your family, and enjoy the football and basketball too. It's going to be an amazing Thanksgiving. All right? Shout out to you all. Let's go ahead and say,
Yeet.
Peace.